Hello, this is Into Vietnam, the daily business news on VITV channel. Let's take a look at the headline first. The Consumer Price Index rises 0.34% in November. The Economist Group affirms Vietnam promising economic growth prospects. And Vietnam incurred trade deficit of $95 million in the first 11 months. The General Statistics Office says Vietnam's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, is estimated to have accelerated by 0.34% on month in November, driven by prices of food and foodstuffs.
This month, CPI increased its lowest growth in recent 4 months, 0.49% in October, 1.06% in September, 0.83% in August. The November figure had extended the CPI to increase by 5.5% from December 2012 and by 5.78% from November 2012. As many as 9 out of the 11 baskets of goods contributed to the calculation of CPI data saw the prices increase this month, in which prices of food and foodstuff posted the highest increase, which saw 0.62%. Prices of housing and construction materials came second with 0.41% increase. Prices of garment, footwear, hat came third with 0.35% rise. Prices of beverage and tobacco was up 0.28%. Prices of household appliances and goods increased by 0.24%. Prices of culture, entertainment and tourism and prices of education both edged up 0.1%. Prices of medicine and healthcare inched up 0.07%, and prices of other goods and services were up 0.18%. In the downside, prices of traffic dropped by 0.34%, and prices of postal services and telecommunication inched down 0.02% in the month. Earlier, Ho Chi Minh City announced its November CPI rose by 0.17% on month, while Hanoi CPI increased by 0.26% on month.
The Economist Group's Economist Intelligence Unit affirms the promising prospects for economic growth in Vietnam. It says after several years of achieving low economic growth, the Vietnamese economy has shown signs of recovery with increasing investment in the manufacturing sector. Although there remain shortcomings in terms of macroeconomic instability, Vietnam's competitive capacity has renewed optimism about its economic growth in 2014, thanks to a sharp rise in foreign direct investment and export turnover. The foreign investor sector in Vietnam has continued to generate jobs, with more FDI inflows in the electronics and assembly industry, helping Vietnam produce highly valued products. The Vietnam Asset Management Company has established a department to review and resolve non-performing loans, and the loans will not be offered for sale till 2014. However, bad debts which could be sold soon to benefit enterprises will be transacted by the companies within this year. The VMC says recoverable debts sold to the company in the past few months account for only a small portion of the total debts. However, this showed that some of the debts can totally be recovered, demonstrating clear economic and business recoveries. According to Resolution 53 and Circular 19, the VMC only buys debts of surviving enterprises with collaterals. In case enterprises do not meet the requirements, their lenders must deal with the debts and even use their provisions to clear out the debts off the balance sheet. In other news, the Vietcombank Securities Company says Vietnam will see a surge in foreign currency demand in the final months of this year from businesses who need to import goods for their production. At the same time, trade deficit will widen, parallel with economic recovery, as a lot of local firms have been depending too much on imported materials. However, Vietnam's forex reserves are sufficient to meet local demand. According to the VCBS, the exchange rate will be adjusted up 1% no sooner than the beginning of next year. The move is said to be in line with the policy to loosen the control over the forex market and foster the devaluation of Vietnam dong and maintain low interest rates to enhance economic growth. Regarding interest rates, the VCBS says they will be kept stable to the rear end, as the rates had crept down to 2005-2006 levels. It also believes credit growth will be boosted in the rest months of the year, as commercial banks are striving to meet their lending targets. And now foreign trade news will continue the program.
According to the General Statistics Office, the national trade deficit reached $95.5 million in the first 11 months of this year, the lowest level since deficits returned to the foreign trade balance in April. The deficit rose to $722 million in the second quarter, after a $481 million surplus was recorded in the first quarter. GSO said the deficit contraction was thanks to high export growth, which had held steady at 15 to 16% so far this year, significantly higher than the 10% quota targeted by the government. In the first 11 months, export revenue reached $121.23 billion, up 16.2% over the same period last year, and import turnover was about $121.12 billion, a year-on-year increase of 16.5%. 17 major export products, including garments and textiles, footwear, seafood, and timber products, reached revenues exceeding $1.5 billion. Shrimp breeders from central and southern provinces are pleased that exports and prices are on the rise. Over the last 2 weeks, shrimp have been selling between 190,000 dong and 320,000 dong per kilo in Mekong Delta, 50,000 dong per kilo higher than last year. Damages caused by pests to the local shrimp breeding industry have been reduced greatly. The areas under shrimp breeding affected by pests in the first 10 months of the year fell by half compared with the same period last year. Shrimp exports significantly contributed to the export turnover of $5.5 billion attained by the local seafood sector in the first 10 months of 2013, an increase of 7.3% compared with the same period last year. Shrimp exports are expected to reach $2.8 billion for 2013, up by 27% over 2012, and an increase of $300 million to $400 million compared with the target set earlier this year.
The Asian Development Bank has committed a $50 million of loan to boost the development and competitiveness of small and medium enterprises in Vietnam. The ADB says it firmly supports the government to successfully manage the continued reform agenda aimed at improving the business environment for the development of SMEs and the private sector in Vietnam. The loan has duration of 25 years with an annual interest rate of 2%. It will support SME development efforts in Vietnam through streamlined business processes, improved access to finance, programs to support women-owned enterprises, and a level playing field for private enterprise development. Despite being aware of the importance of designing in export promotion of fine art and handicraft products, many enterprises in the industry have no choice but to outsource or modify designs of old products to make low value-added ones due to the lack of financial resources and skillful workers. More in the following story.
Fine art and handicraft products are considered a big profit gainer when they collect 70 to 80% of their export value. With an average export growth rate of 12% per year, the fine art and handicraft industry has brought about a significant source of foreign exchange for Vietnam. In 2013, the industry export value is expected to reach $1.5 billion, continuously joining the group of export items with turnovers of over $1 billion. One of the reasons for the industry to achieve impressive growth is that companies in the industry have been somewhat aware of and invested in designing and development of new products.
Đối với công ty chúng tôi thì cái vai trò của thiết kế rất là quan trọng, vì như chúng ta đã biết 15 năm trước đây thì chúng ta cạnh tranh bằng giá cả. Ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta cạnh tranh bằng chất lượng hàng hóa, và ngày mai chúng ta sẽ cạnh tranh bằng các cái sản phẩm thiết kế. Các cái sản phẩm thiết kế có độc đáo, có cái sự khác biệt thì chúng ta mới có thể cạnh tranh được trong cái giai đoạn kinh tế nó khó khăn như hiện nay. Riêng đối với công ty chúng tôi thì chúng tôi dành từ 10 đến 15% cho cái việc thiết kế mẫu mã hàng năm. Cái đội ngũ thiết kế là bao gồm có 3 nhà thiết kế sáng tạo sản phẩm.
With many years of experiences in producing and exporting ceramic products to Japan and the EU countries, Vũ Thị Cẩm Tú, director of Ando Company in Bát Tràng Village, Salem District, Hanoi City, also said it was the designing which played a vital role in promoting exports, especially to such difficult markets as Japan and Canada. Overall, designs are particularly important in the development of fine art and handicraft sector. Enterprises themselves have acknowledged the matter. However, there are exceptions. Many companies have accepted to outsource and modify our models to make low value-added products. According to Vũ Hy Thiều, member of Advisory Committee of Vietnam Association of Traditional Crafts Villages, most companies which have not focused on designing are absolutely aware of its importance, but limited because of weak resources. They cannot afford to invest and maintain a professional designing team in their businesses. Besides, some companies underestimate the design issue. They just modify the shape of products without paying attention to consumers' taste, product trends, which curb them from having appropriate investments for designing new models.
Cách đây hơn 10 năm thì tôi có một cái dịp xem hơn 800 cái quyết toán năm của các doanh nghiệp. Thì rất đáng tiếc rằng không có một đồng nào chi tiêu cho thiết kế. Đó là một cái điều cực kỳ báo động. Nhưng mà đến nay, trong vài năm lại đây thì thấy đã có một sự thay đổi. Một số doanh nghiệp đã có thuê những nhà thiết kế chuyên nghiệp hoặc là đã tổ chức thiết kế, nhưng mà số lượng còn quá là ít. Các doanh nghiệp, các chủ doanh nghiệp thì còn nhìn nhận vấn đề thiết kế quá là đơn giản. Ví dụ như họ muốn tổ chức đào tạo thiết kế, nhưng mà chúng khoán cho chúng tôi chỉ trong vòng độ 5 ngày là phải đào tạo được một đội ngũ thiết kế, hoặc là trong 5 ngày thì phải tạo ra được 100 mẫu thiết kế mới. Tức họ nghĩ thiết kế nó quá dễ dàng, quá đơn giản, họ không hiểu về thiết kế. Do đó thì họ vẫn chưa chịu đầu tư đúng mức cho thiết kế. Và nếu mà chưa đầu tư đúng mức cho thiết kế thì không thể nào mà có được mẫu tốt.
Designing models for products has been an unsolved problem of the fine art and handicraft industry for many years. Good design development strategy requires many factors, from financial and human resources to market-oriented capabilities. These factors are really beyond the capabilities of many businesses, particularly when most of handicraft businesses are small and medium-sized enterprises, even super SMEs. Therefore, the support of the state through policies to encourage and invest in infrastructure systems and trade promotion activities is very essential.
And before we go, let's check out today's update on gold prices, forex, and stock markets. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. And now from everyone on the team, have a lovely week ahead. Bye-bye.